It's Monday, Tuesday, what is it? Wednesday morning. I'm Susan Doherty, 1 hour, or actually closer to 45 minutes today. All levels flow. Make sure that whatever I offer you feels good in your body. Skip the stuff that doesn't. Know that you can always take a child's pose at any time. There are some tricky transitions in today's class, so I encourage you to try them, but we're all going to meet in the same place anyway. Okay, so on your back body, stretch yourself out nice and long. Wiggle around in any way that encourages you to have the feeling of being supported by the floor. Maybe let the shoulders come down out of the ears. Open and close your mouth a couple of times. And allow the eyes to soften. In today's practice, we're going to work a fair amount on the idea of handling whatever comes up. The idea that sometimes we're off balance. The idea that sometimes we have to take risks. And that applies both on and off of our mat. And I want you to just keep in your mind's eye the idea that showing up is enough and the rest is gravy. Start to notice your breathing. Starting to make a marked arrival on your mat this morning. Hitting that pause button on the chaos out there. And start to draw all of your awareness inward. Check in with the breath. Try to get it to be smooth and steady. Inhales match exhales. When we do that, we make a nice little shift for our nervous system from a state of sort of busy, short breathing, frantic, to more of one of rest and digest, relax and arrive. Check in with your heart this morning. See what your emotional state is. Whatever you find, it's just information. And then lift your awareness right up to your third eye. And just check in with your thoughts, right? The thought patterns that we work with daily create our reality, or at least our perception of reality. So just take that moment to check in, see what you're working with. Take your hands together in a prayer. Lift your thumb knuckles right up to that space between your eyebrows. And remind yourself what brought you here today. Right? Maybe it's something as simple as I want to be more present. I will be more patient, more understanding. Whatever resonates with you this morning, let that be your intention for practice on and off your mat. Good. Your next breath in, stretch your arms over your head. Get nice and long. You'll feel your low back lift and arch. And then point and flex your feet. Circle your wrists around. Get nice and long. Good. And then one at a time, draw the knees into the chest. And just give yourself a little rock from side to side. And in a lot of today's class, this idea of moving intentionally into the chaos with this sort of sense of balance and strength, we're going to focus on core strength. So I want you to come into a chair, an air chair, knees over hips, shins parallel, little flex in the feet. Then your hands flat on your thighs. And the motion is going to be to draw the thighs into the hands. Press the hands back into the thighs, and then press where your brow line is down into the floor, and then hug everything into midline in your torso. So you're breathing, you're not holding your breath, you're just starting to maybe shake a little. And your hands are not only moving forward, they're also moving up a bit, so you get some traction in the front of the thighs. Good, you have 10 more seconds. Keep breathing. Soften your shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that. Draw the soles of your feet together. Grab the ankles or the outer edges of your feet and start to draw your heels down towards your sitting bones. And it doesn't have, it could be up here. Just sort of find that stretch in the inner thighs. Good. And then from here, you're going to take your hands straight up to the ceiling like you're standing on the ceiling. You're going to place the elbows inside your kneecaps and then have a connection. So press elbows into knees and knees back. Press that spot in your bra line down and lift your head. Good. Try to draw the heels into the booty. Hold it for 3, for 2, and 1. Good job. Lower down, knees in, little rock. And then from here, hands under the knees, rock and roll. We're going to find each other in a tabletop. So if you just want to take yourself there, that's where we'll meet. Good. Hands spread nice and wide. Knees under hips. We're going to move really slowly through here. So it starts by pulling your belly in. Good. Hug your outer hips in. Draw the eyes of your elbows forward and look just to the top of the mat. And then you'll inhale slowly, tailbone lifts. Keep the belly engaged. Gaze to the top. And then exhale, starts in the hips. Round in. Press the floor away, hang your head heavy. Good, inhale. And exhale. Start to connect the breath to the movement. Take a few on your own. Good. The next time you find yourself in your cat with your back pressed to the ceiling, I really want you to feel that spaciousness across your shoulder blades. Good. Press firmly into the hands. Pull the belly in and the outer hips. Now lift your knees up, curl the toes under. Good. Hug everything into the center for 3, for 2, and 1. Press back and up, find your down dog. Walk it out. Get some information, the back of the body here, how the legs feel, how the back is feeling. Good. And then it's a slow walk to the top of your mat. You're going to need your block up at the top. So if it's not there yet, bring it up with you. Good. We're going to pause here. Just let the block be up at the top for a moment. You're in a rag doll. Feet under hips, interlace, reaching for opposite elbows. And just think of this forward fold as a true moment for yourself, right? Check in, settle in. Maybe there's a sway. Good. From here, release your hands. The feet are wide enough that you should be able to take the block up into the inner thighs. Squeeze it. And then drop your seat. Find your chair. Good. So there's this action with this block. You're internally rotating. You're trying to get the block to sort of squeeze out to the back. Good. Sit a little lower. Move your knees back. Good. Nice job. Really squeeze, belly in. And then we're going to rise up. Interlace your hands in this prayer position. Squeeze your block. Pull the belly in and take a long, slow trip to the right. Good. Come on back to center. Really feel connected from your feet to the inner linings of your legs, the belly all the way to the fingers, and we'll go to the left. Good. Maybe you roll the heart a little. Keep squeezing the block. Really want the whole body practicing today. Good. Inhale back to center. Squeeze your block. Drop it back to chair. Good. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Fold it over. Set your block to the top. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back into a low lunge. And then step back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, you'll glide forward, top of your plank. Release the knees. Hug the elbows in. Let the chest bring you down to the floor. Spread your toes. Little cobra. In breath. Lower down. Out breath. Press into your hands. Breathe into table. And then back to downward facing dog. Good. Right leg lifts. And then draw the knee into the nose. Really press the floor away and move shoulders over wrists. So you're in this cat back. We call it a hanging plank. Good. And then step the right foot to the top. Runner's lunge. Take a minute, look to the top. And then you'll exhale, fold forward. Root to rise, arms up and around. Pause here. I want you to have that long line of energy from the heels, hips, shoulders, all the way up. And then exhale, bow down. Long spine, breathe in. Exhale, left foot back, low lunge. And step back to downward facing dog. Good. Belly in, strong belly. Come forward, top of the push-up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Shoulders roll, cobra, in breath. Lower down, out breath. Tabletop, inhale. Press up and back, down dog, exhale. Left leg up. And then knee to nose. Glide forward, shoulders over wrist. Your head hangs. You're really pressing the floor away. And I like to bend the back knee a little and then step left foot to the top. Runner's lunge. Here we are. Good. Your next exhale steps you to the top and you fold. Root to rise. Breathe in. Turn it over and bow. Breathe out. Long spine. In breath. Good. Step to your plank and pause. So wrap the elbows in, press your heels back, squeeze the seat and look to the top. Inhale. Open your mouth and exhale. Again, in breath, out breath. Feel that connection into the belly. One more. Inhale and exhale. Shift forward, lower halfway or all the way down. Find up dog or cobra. We meet each other in a down dog. Take a deep in breath. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Pull your belly muscles in, right leg up. And then stack and open, right knee high, circle the ankle. Good, square it off. We're gonna take the knee in again, find that cat back, and then step it to the top. Good. Stay on the ball of your back foot, crescent lunge as you rise. And then settle. Right, strong legs here, front foot nice and active, thighs together, belly in, chest up. And then reach forward, fly your arms back like wings. Give them a squeeze. Inhale, rise. And exhale, float. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here for a minute. Feel the shoulders roll back. This right hip stays in. Shoot the left arm forward. Warrior two. Good. Find the feet. And then straighten your legs and bring your arms over your head. I want you to think about drawing your legs toward each other. The tailbone is pointed toward, sort of tipped forward a bit. Good. Get the legs active. And then rebend, warrior two. Good. Feel nice and strong here. Press down through the hands. Reach forward. Reverse your warrior. Good, couple of breaths, big stretch all the way along the right side of the body. Good, bring the wrist inside your front knee. Find your side angle pose. So find the feet here. They're moving away from each other. Good, I want you to wrap this outer right hip in and up. So into the center of the body. Good. Press the floor away and then really open the chest, lay it back. Good, we're gonna be here for a bit. Good, I usually like to look down here, it just feels better to me. So I want you to pick your gaze, what are you looking at? You can always take this deeper, you could take your bind. I really want you to follow your body this morning. Good, nice job. Come back up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And then windmill down to runner's lunge. You've got the right leg in the front, super strong in the back leg. Good. From here, you're gonna take your back knee down, release the toes. And keep your hands under your shoulders and those right toes facing forward. Good. Squeeze the right knee into the right tricep. Just move your hips a bit first before we settle. Good. And then come forward. Back toes are spread, thighs draw, belly in. And then maybe come down to elbows or your block. And see if you can find that rounding in your spine here. Normally I ask you to look forward, but I really want you to press the floor away, tuck the chin, and press that right knee into the right tricep. Good, stay here, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Start to walk the hands back up. Your back knee will lift. Hands are still inside here. We're going to start to step back to plank. And then bring the right knee down. And open to a modified side plank. Good. So starting here, if you know you like plank with the legs long, I invite you to do that. Really press down through the bottom hand up through the top. And then float your top leg. Good. Take your top arm over your head. So any variation of side plank here, find a way to sort of bring this into the shape. And then you'll exhale, draw the knee and the elbow toward each other. You're gonna grab hold of your big toe with your peace fingers. And wherever you are, you're gonna step it all the way to the top. Back to lizard. You're welcome. Good. This time we'll turn the toes out to the right. And we'll stretch our quads. So reach back. But remember, we don't just drop in here and hope for the best. We're pressing the floor away, drawing thighs together. Booty is active. Maybe you look over that right shoulder as you draw the heel to the seat. All right, you guys, nice job. You're going to release the foot slowly to the back. Square your toes forward. Puff up your back knee. I use a little momentum here, but where we're headed is to step all the way to the top and then to turn the toes out and come into Malasana. Have a seat on your block. Okay. So if it took you 10 steps to get here, who cares? Right? It's the effort, showing up that matters. You're going to take your hands together in prayer, elbows into the inner knees, lift your crown, and then separate your hands. Good. Pull the belly in. For 3, for 2, and 1. Release. Set the block back to the top. Toe heel your feet together. Good. Keep the knees soft. Root to rise. In breath. Fold it over and bow, out breath. Long spine, inhale. Step to your plank pose and exhale. Good, we're gonna take 3 breaths again. So inhale, really press the floor away. Open your mouth and exhale. Again, in breath and out breath. One more, inhale. Where's your head here? It should be nice and long in line with the spine. Good, then shift forward. Lower halfway or all the way down. Find your up dog or cobra. And we find each other in a downward facing dog. Good, take a deep breath in. Empty it out. Left leg high. And then draw the knee to the nose. Feel that cat back, shoulders over wrists. Bend the back knee a bit. Step left foot to the top. Good, crescent lunge, rise up. And then land, right? Take a moment. Your feet are on railroad tracks. Your spine is nice and long and everything draws to the center. When you exhale, back leg straightens, fly your arms. Good, inhale, rise. And exhale. Inhale. Good, exhale, we'll hold here. Find your feet. Pull belly in. Right arm stretches. Follow it up and around, warrior 2. Nice job, you guys. Straighten your front leg and just take your arms over your head. Good, start by drawing the heels toward each other. So you fire up the inner linings of your legs. Good, nice. And then rebend into the front leg, bring the arms down. And keeping that connection to the inner thighs, then start to press the feet away from each other. Good, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Wrist inside the front thigh, other arm to the ceiling. Good, nice job. Where do you want to take this? Start with the feet. Roll that left thigh under and lift the heart. Come down a little further to the block. Take your bind. Watch your gaze. Ooh. Check in with your thoughts. Keep the breath steady. Good. And then we'll return to warrior 2. Reach forward, reverse your warrior. And then windmill it down. Hands inside your front foot, please. And then lower the back knee down. Release the toes. Those left toes are facing forward. You move a little here, freeing up any space in the musculature of your hips. And then come forward. Good. Squeeze everything into the center. I'm going to use a block under my forearms on this side. So squeezing in, forearms down. Good, tuck the chin and then puff up your back. Good, everything to the center for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, start to climb it up. Back knee will lift, and you'll step to a plank. So this time, left hand down, maybe left knee down, modified side plank. So here or here. Either way, you're pressing the floor away and reaching up with the upper hand. Good, take the upper hand over your head. And if it feels good, lift. Actually, you do have to lift that top leg up, wherever you are. Good, and then draw the knee into the elbow. Round in, puff your back. Take that toe, step it all the way back to the top. Setting up for your lizard quad stretch. Right toes are off the mat. Belly is in. Let's reach up and back. Stretch your quad. Good. Hug everything in. That knee moves in. The chest opens. Nice, Bonnie. Breathe it out. For 3. Good job, Sue. For 2. And 1. Set the back foot down. Good. Square your toes forward. Look forward. Back knee lifts. And then from here, we're going to step up again to your malasana. So take your time. Support your body. If this doesn't feel good to you, come up a little bit higher. And then again, elbows, inner thighs, hands to heart, gaze forward to start. And then separate your hands. Good, breathe. For 3, for 2, and 1. Close it back. Turn the toes. Toe heel the feet in, still a little bit wider than your hips. Good. And then roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Take a breath, just standing tall in your mountain. Stacking the body. Collect the breath. Good. And then find your block for me. I'm going to turn to face you so you can see me. The block is going to go on the floor at the top of your mat, and you're going to step on it with your right foot. And then bring yourself to stand on it. I'm going to move back a little. Looks like I've lost my head. That's better, good. And then just let this left hip drop down like you're at a sassy dance. So the right hip is higher. Good. And then start to level. So start to bring that left hip up. Press firmly through your standing leg. And then open to tree. Right? Embrace the wobble. Life's about wobbling and trying. And then hands to heart. Good. Just strong connection to the standing leg. If you wobble, just go with it, right? Just get yourself back in line. And then maybe the arms will lift. Good. Keep moving the left knee back. Familiar shape, right? Different environment. A lot of that going around. Good, hands to heart. And then step both feet off your block, please. We're gonna go right to the other side. So this time, block is under your left foot. And then let this right hip drop down nice and sort of sassy. And then as you press into your left foot, start to draw the inner thighs together and bring the right hip up. Drop the tailbone. And then open to tree. Good. A big press down through your left toe mound is super helpful here, as is hugging into hip bones. Maybe you extend the arms up. Maybe you don't. Who cares? Wherever you are, breathe. For 3. Nice, you guys. For 2. And 1. Hands to heart. Take the feet down to the floor. And then just a little wider, and let's take a little waterfall here. Let go of all that. All right. So we're going to come to the top of your mat. Let your block be in front of you for a moment. And then come high onto the balls of your feet. And really send your booty back first and come down into a wide-kneed squat. Okay, so where we're headed is crow pose. And I'm going to have you just even take the shape and then decide where to go. So this block can either stay in front of you if you are fearful of falling, or you could take it under your heels. So all the things we've been working on together, that sort of pressing the floor away, drawing elbows and knees together, and that hollowing of the chest is all going to come into play here as we try to take some flight. So hands down in front of you, about 6 inches in front. Press the hands and then pull up like you're trying to palm a basketball. And then I take knees behind my triceps. You can also take them out here. My arms are too short for that. So I take the knees behind the triceps. Press the floor away. Start to lean forward. Good. Keep pressing. And maybe you just play with that. Right? Maybe you come in and out of that a couple of times. Feel the shape. Feel all of your body working together. The crow pose is in your practice. Give it a whirl. Lifting your feet, pulling the belly in. Good. We're going to take it down and then step back to a downward facing dog. Nice job, you guys. Good. Right leg up. Little opening here. We're coming into pigeon. So if you like pigeon on your back, head there. You're going to draw right knee to right thumb. Stretch your left leg back. Support the right booty cheek. And take a minute to set it up. Right, there's still that hugging into midline. It's not just a ragdoll of your body down. And then maybe you just come to forearms. Maybe you come all the way down. Never any pain in your knee or the hip. Good. I'm going to take 5 rounds of breath right here. Really make the breath steady, right? When your breathing is steady, your mind is steady, your emotional stability is present. And the breath is quick and sharp. It's very chaotic on all levels. Good. Hands under shoulders. Back knee lifts. Send the right leg up and back. Circle it out, whatever you like after your pigeon. And we'll go to the other side. Left leg up. Stack and open. And then shift forward. Left knee, left thumb. Really stretch your right leg back. Support your left booty. If you're on your back, just switch, okay? You don't have to do anything else except switch. You want your hips to be level and square. Your back toes are spread. Good. And then maybe you come down. Reminding yourself that both on your mat and off of your mat, you have to take chances, right? And you sort of keep learning, re-entering life, workforce, whatever it is. And it won't probably be smooth. But your internal ability to move from your core and stay true to your breath can help you manage whatever comes at you. Knowing that the wobble, you can just reorganize and try again. All right, good. Hands under shoulders. Back knee lifts. That left leg goes up and back. And then from your down dog, let your knees come down. Good, and we're gonna flip our wrists. So I shift my weight back, flip the wrists forward, look forward. Good, and maybe a little bit of a circle in your hips here, both ways, just to stretch the wrist today. All right, peel them up. Make your way to the top of your mat. Let the hands be on your outer edges of your knees. You're on your sitting bones. The chest is lifted. When you exhale, start to find that C curve and hug in. Bring your throat back. Inhale, lift up. Good, again. And inhale. This time you're going to go all the way down, so challenge yourself, right? I'm going to use this walking of my hands up the backs of my legs. I always get stuck right here. I'll take another breath, and then I'll keep going. Full body stretch, arms up. And then feet walk in, setting up for bridge pose. So feet are close enough that you could probably touch them with your longest finger. The knees and the toes track. Take your arms down by the side body and walk your shoulders under. I want you to notice your chin. If your chin is higher than your forehead, tip it down so you're nice and spacious behind your cervical spine. Good. Connect the core. Press through the arms and the feet. Lift up, little squeeze of the hips. Imagine that you have that block in your inner thighs, right? Draw the adductors together. Press your kneecaps forward. Energetically peel your heels back towards your hips. They don't move, but bring it, just engage the hamstrings. Good. For 3, for 2, and 1. Pick up the heels. Release the shoulders and roll down one vertebrae at a time. When your sacrum is nice and safe on the floor, feet into prayer, knees open, arms over the head if you're comfortable, or maybe one to the heart and one to the belly. Feel your breath. Feel all the places where you feel supported in your practice, in your community of fellow yogis who showed up today. Good. Let the hands come to the knees. Stand the knees up. Good. Left knee into chest. Right leg long. And then take a little twist. Left knee crosses the body. Left arm out. Stack your hips. Take a couple of breaths. Right into that left armpit. Right into the left side of the body. Good. Contract the belly muscles. Roll to the back. Both knees in. Left leg long. Draw the right knee across. Good. So set it up. Hips are stacked. Shoulders are on the floor. Just rinse. Good. Pull the belly in. Make your way to the back body again. If your block is nearby, you could slide it under your low back, but it's not necessary. I just want you to float your feet up above your head here. Arms go wherever they most naturally go. Taking 3 or 4 rounds of breath in your restorative inversion here. Viparita Karani. Good. And when you're ready, take the feet down one at a time. Remove your block. If there's a pose that you are craving that I didn't offer, take a little bit of time here and bring that in. And if you feel like your practice is complete, you'll start to lengthen the feet, arms wide, wiggle it out a little, and then really feel like you're this ice cube melting in the sun. So let all of the muscular contractions go. Let all of the effort to control your breathing go. Shavasana. Start to become aware of your breathing. Bring a little movement to the fingers and toes. On the inhale, slide your feet together, reach your arms up, big stretch. And then exhale, takes the knees in. Give yourself a squeeze, so pull the knees towards your rib cage and then rock from side to side. Take yourself to fetal pose on your favorite side and pause right here. right? Sort of this moment where you realize that the effort requires rest. So take a few breaths here. And I want to read you something I like. It's called Human. Sometimes we forget that we are only human. We go through ups and downs, twists and turns. Life is unpredictable, fragile, and constantly changing. There are bound to be unexpected surprises and bumps along the way. So let your river of emotion flow and allow yourself to feel its depth. Be kind to yourself as you go about your day. Stay proud of yourself even when you make mistakes because you're trying, you're growing. Keep your head held high even when you want to tuck it under the covers. Nobody said this journey would be free of bumps or bruises. Nobody said it would all be smooth sailing. Beautiful friends, you are human. Allow yourself to be. Keeping your eyes closed or soft, guide yourself to a tall seat at the top of the mat. Hands in prayer. Spine nice and long. Inhale. Open your mouth and exhale. Again, in breath. Out breath. Thumbs to lips, your words matter. Thumbs to third eye, your thoughts matter. From the light in me to the same light that shines in each of you, that light that connects us all as one. Together, we'll bow and say, Namaste. Thank you guys for coming today.